All right, there's my audience. Right there, everybody. There's one right there. Okay. All right. Let's not press nothing else. So, how's everybody doing today?
All right.
All right, good, excellent. I want to thank you for coming. My name is John Esau. Today, how many of you guys here are interested in buying a house? Really? Okay. So, when you go to buy a house, right, basically, they're going to tell you, you're going to see a real estate agent, right, and you're going to end up wanting to buy a house, right? Well, I'm going to give you a few simple steps on, that'll make home buying a little bit more easy for you, okay? So, basically, before you buy a house, you need to remember a few things, okay? The real estate agent is going to ask you and look for proof for a few things. You got to have good credit. You got to have stable employment, like a job, minimum was about 2 years or something like that. And you got to have a decent amount of income. They usually try to say that your month's salary should be 3 times as much as your mortgage. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. We got a former real estate agent here. And so basically, buying a house takes planning. You got to make sure your credit is good. You got to make sure you're working at a decent place, and you got to make sure your income is more than what your mortgage would be. Okay, but that's what the real estate agent wants. But what do you want? What do you want when you buy a house? Decent house? What about you?
Decent furniture, decent area.
Okay, what about you?
Rooms.
Rooms. Okay. How many rooms in the house?
About 8.
8. Okay. What about you?
Good schools.
Good schools? What about you?
Big backyard.
A big backyard. Okay. All right. Well, one of the most important things about buying a house is the location. That would be very important because, some houses that are built don't have big backyards. They don't have such good schools in the area. They may have many rooms, but some may not. They may not have the size and the land around it to fit all of those rooms. You can always have nice furniture even in an apartment, right? So, basically your location is one big point. You got to know your limits. You got to know how much you can afford versus how much you can't afford. You got to know how much you're willing to spend versus how much you're not willing to spend. And don't put all your eggs into one basket. That means don't put all your interest into one house, and when it gets to a point where you're stuck buying a house that you really don't want. All right. Before contacting your agent, you have to know a few things. You got to know how to walk away, because some agents are going to offer you houses that you may not be interested in. You got to know how to say no, right? Because if you don't know how to say no, you can end up with a house that you don't want. All right? Do not be in a hurry. Buying a home is a very tedious, long process. You cannot rush it. Okay? The average time it takes someone from looking at a house to closing is anywhere from 4 to 8 months. It takes time. And if you rush it, you will miss a few steps along the way. Okay? And your agent is not your friend. Okay? When these agents come up to you and they talk to you and they say, hey, I got this nice house for you, the agent gets paid commission, and their job is to sell the house by any means necessary. And what is a salesman going to do? They're going to tell you everything in the world to get you to buy it, right? Okay, so you got to remember that your agent is not your friend. Don't always listen to what they say, because they're going to say what's best for them. Not all the time, but sometimes. Isn't that right? All right, yes. Now, another question you should ask yourself, who's your agent and why should you hire them? As I said before, the agent is not your friend, right? But you want the person that's going to work the best for you and that's going to cater to you. so that when you buy your home, you feel like you made the best decision possible. Now, you got to find out your agent's reputation. You can call around to the office. Agents usually have a list of people who bought from them. Get some information on the agent. See what their work ethics are. You got to make sure your agent is honest. And doing a little research on your agent, you can find out if the agent has been lying, hasn't been telling the truth, or something like that. Right? Also, agents have fees, all of them. Some of the biggest celebrity agents, all the way down to regular agents. But all of the fees are negotiable. Don't let an agent tell you that you have to pay this, or I can't sell you this house, because another agent can charge cheaper and sell you that house. Right? Alright, as said before, make sure you pick the right location. Explain to the agent what you are looking for and where you are looking for it at. Why? Because an agent will pretty much look at you and pick where they want you to live. You have to be respectfully firm. You have to let them know that you will not accept anything anywhere other than where you want your location to be. All right? Things to remember when picking your location. Okay? For one, location is very important. A house can be built in the same model, the same way in many other different places. It just depends on the location. So one thing you need to remember, one thing you should do when picking a location, ride around during the day or the night. Usually during the day, if it's a businessy area, most people won't be home. But at night, it'll tell you the kind of neighborhood you're in. Visit local businesses and neighborhoods. Go check out the stores, see how their quality, see if they give you, what you want, give you that home feeling. Check out the local school ratings and the standards. Schools are very important to people that have children, so you should be very cognizant of what schools are where and how they will benefit you. And also check the crime rate. A lot of neighborhoods are built right outside of urban neighborhoods where the crime rate's pretty high. So if you don't want to be too close to that, then make sure you check the crime rate to see the area. Do we have any questions? All right. Well, I'm John Esau. I came here today to talk to you guys about buying a house, about things to look for before contacting an agent, and basically give you a few pointers on what to do and what not to do. All right. Well, thank you very much for coming. You guys enjoy your weekend.